and share. So now, I think it's no, stop sharing. It's not our code. Okay, for sharing. Think my VS Code is being closed. Okay. Yeah. Now we can see now our program. Okay. You can now see.
Yes.
Okay. So our program now in object-oriented form. Okay. So we can use operation, which is object from class called operation that we have already defined. So it's about how to create data type. You can use our code, right? Our class, it's called data type because we're gonna define new data type. It's a user defined data type. So we can make something like that. Okay, operation OP2. So that now what's called, that line is called what? Could anybody tell me? Operation OP2. What that mean? It's a variable, right? From data type called operation. What is the data type of operation? It's we have already defined. It's a class. So to define
Professor, I
new
can't see your screen.
what?
I can't see your screen. Can you share this?
You cannot see my screen?
Yes.
Oh, I can see.
You can see my screen? Okay, it's
Yes.
is there a problem in screen share?
It's clear. It's clear.
It's clear. Okay.
So, okay,
So
I'll join again.
I'm sure again. You want from me to share again?
Continue, doctor. No, continue. He left.
I'm continue. Okay. So what's that meaning? So I have called variable. Okay. So Rashid join meeting. So I think % let view to it in. Okay.
طب why don't you unlock the meeting and like it's better? You don't need
Yeah,
to
yeah. I
allow.
think in meeting setting, right?
Yeah.
Meeting setting. Okay. Wait me. No, not here. I make it automatic without let wait let. Okay. I think in meeting setting. It's now unlocked, right? Oh, it's unlocked.
Yes. Yes, it's unlocked.
Okay, it's recording now.
But your screen is gone. It's not showing anymore.
Okay, I'm gonna show now. It's now showing. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's now
Yeah.
unlocked, and each people can enter automatic without my authentication. So now, what's the meaning of operation OB2? It's meaning it's variable called OB2 or like X from data type of what? Operation. What is the data type of operation? I have already defined a class. To define data type, you should write class operation and you should state all instance variable and state all function. I have only one function called max. We can divide more than function, like maximum, minimum, average, and so on. User define. It's your ADT, abstract data type. Okay. So now we can use operation for any purpose in your programming, for like detecting maximum, minimum, average, and so on. Okay, so you now understand what's the difference between structured programming and object-oriented programming. So in programming too, we're gonna use object-oriented. Okay, is that clear for all? I hope it's that clear. Okay, what's the meaning of static? Why I remove static? Why I can't use like operation dot max? Can I make something like that? Could anybody tell me? I want to make like mass dot max. Can I make operation dot max? Yes, you can. You can call direct your class without instantiate object, without make the line of that. How can I do that? By adding a static keyword before a class. You can add public static class operation, but you have to define the method also as a static, because okay, uh illegal modifier for class operation, only final are permitted. Okay, okay, so quick fix, remove invalid modifier. Okay, we cannot, because we cannot remove all instance variables and create as final. Okay, so if I want if I want to call direct operation, I'm gonna use a static class. Okay, but for now, to use the operation of maximum or minimum, I should put this line: operation op equal new operation, the same thing like scanner. So you now understand why I make input from class scanner, right? It's an object called input from class scanner. If I want see the detailed implementation of class scanner, I just put command here, command, and press on scanner. It's a class, final class. Okay. If I want to make something like that, for me, like mass dot max. Okay. If I wanna press on mass class, it's a data type. It's same like that operation. Okay. If I want to press mass, I'm gonna see public final class mass. Okay. So if I want to make something like that for my public final class operation, I can make something like that, and I can call my program something like that. Okay, so let us to try. So operation dot, and we can create operation dot max, and we can call it automatic without instantiate any object. So operation dot max, the same thing as mass dot max. So now I am developer. I can create any libraries that I want to use in the future. So you can now, if I want to modify our code, if I want to put then more parameters, 4 parameters, 5 parameters, so easily I can modify in the operation class and put what I need inside this class, and it's gonna be cascading automatic in the main method. So now you can understand why I'm using object oriented. So now it can be easy, right? Could anybody tell me? So it's easy
Yes,
now.
Professor, I understood how you use object-oriented.
Yeah, now you now you are familiar with why I'm using object oriented. So I creating operation maximum and select maximum number between three numbers. So it's very easy. Okay. So if I want from you to write a program to detect the area of the rectangle in object oriented, so it can be easy for you, right? So for example, I'm gonna create what new file and make it like rectangle dot job and put all instance variable here and put the method like int private private height or private integer height. Okay, and I'm gonna make like set and get, okay, for each instance variable, okay, automatic. If I want to initialize the heights and widths with default value, okay, I'm gonna create constructor. To create constructor, it should be public. It should be the same name of the class, and it's option to you to add parameterized constructor or without any parameters. Okay, so I want to make sure that the height with like with 10 and width with 5. Okay, so in my here we gonna commit our code. Okay, 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 okay. And now if I want to instantiate object from area from rectangle, I make something like that. Rectangle r equal new rectangle. So what is the default value for width and height? Could anybody tell me?
Professor,
Yeah,
10 and 5.
10 and
there is
5.
a student wants to enter the meeting.
Someone wants to enter the meeting?
Yeah, someone wants to enter the.
Oh, I
Just
think
let
I
me know.
make it automatic. Oh. So now it's easy now, right? So you understand why I make rectangle new r equal new rectangle? So if I want to calculate the area of the rectangle, okay, I'm gonna define what? Method called area, right? Public int or float int area, okay, and it's gonna be use what? Int width and int height, okay, and it's gonna be return what? Width multiplication height, okay. And if in my program I want to call my method just r dot area and gonna put width and height, it's gonna be input from the user, something like int w equal input dot next int, and for height input int height equal input dot next int, okay, and I can put w here and h. Is that clear? And I'm gonna for sure print the result. If here I make something like int area, okay, and print system dot out dot print, okay, and right here the area of rectangle is, and don't forget to plus and put here area. So now we can use our program in object-oriented. So now we can understand every question will be in the quiz, right? It's easy. He's gonna ask from you to in steps. Define a class called like cone, or like rectangle, or like any whatever, and asking for you to initialize three instance variables and create constructor and create methods and test your class inside the main method. It's quite easy, right? Okay.
Professor, will we be asked to write the whole code or pseudocode?
No, the whole code. Something I think.
Entire program.
Yeah. So I am something like
A little bit hard, Doctor.
something like that.
Mm.
So any question?
Can you please go back to the other file,
Operation or
rectangle.java?
rectangle? Okay.
Yeah. On top of the code, please.
What's the code I should
Yeah,
open?
can you scroll up? Yeah, can you scroll
Scroll up
up?
here.
Yeah, here. What is the point of void and
Void here.
static? Yeah, void and static. Yeah.
Void here meaning there is no return. This because the set method, when I set something, there is no return type, right? There is no return data.
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
I didn't expect that there are data will be returned. Okay, but here when I get data, there are return. So when the function returns something, it should be state the data type of the return value. So our data will be returned in integer format. Should I put here integer? If the return value will be in double or string or whatever, I should state here the data type. So void meaning there is no return. Integer or string, it states the data type of the returned value. Okay. But in our constructor, no void or any data type stated. Okay, just let it clean without void or any returning data type. Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
so you now understand what I mean.
Yeah, by void. Yeah.
Why I using
Term.
object oriented. Okay, what is the difference
Um,
between structured programming and object oriented? Okay, so you got it, everything. It's okay. I don't know why. Okay, let
Yes, Professor, clear.
clear. I don't know why, but I still think it's organization. Okay. It's not only for organization because in the previous example here, in app Java, I'm gonna organize my files, write a list of function, okay, and I can use it in the main. It will be organized too, but not only that reason. Imagine that I have 500 function, okay, function for maximum, minimum, and many function, okay, without any object oriented, and I want to modify instead from three parameters, four parameters. Can you imagine? Like for example here, if I have the previous function from operation, let me tell you something to make sure that it's not only organization here and here in application. Okay, this is maximum function, this is minimum function, this is average function. Okay, and if you have 100 function, okay, for a whole project. And instead of making something like that, instead of select the maximum number between three numbers, you want to make four numbers. Can you imagine the huge modification you're gonna make? And or if you want to modify the data type, instead of integer number, it's gonna be float number. You're gonna modify 100 or 1000 function, right? But in our example, if I want to set only if I want to convert the integer to double, I'm gonna change only integer to double. It's gonna be cascade for all function. Okay, so it's a magic of object oriented. You now understand. Okay, it's not only organization, it's a relation, because num1 and num2 and num3 is related to operation. So if I want to change everything in num1 or num2 or num3, it wanna be automatic cascading for whole project. Okay, so you now got it. Okay, so any questions now? That's clear. It's now clear for you, for all. Okay, so we need to scheduling another meeting maybe next Friday, and make fixed time for each Friday. Okay, and for sure, if you have any question related to our course, just email me about the question and I'm gonna answer you. Okay.
Professor,
How
what
can
is
we
going to
access
come, please?
the
What?
recording? How can we access the recording?
Okay, I'm gonna upload the recording. Okay, no problem.
Okay, thank
For
you.
recording, I'm gonna upload. Okay. Okay. So thanks for your attending for me, and I hope I doing well, and I'm gonna cover all the topics related to object oriented. Okay.
Thank you so
Okay.
much, Professor.
Thanks. Okay.